big ordeal when we moved the turtles. The reason we had to move them was because Stewie has had a little scar on the back of his head and his neck, and then eventually his shoulder and his back flippers where angelfish had been picking at him. We're not sure if he started it by rubbing his head on the coral or if the angelfish started it just by picking at him. In the wild, angelfish do clean sea turtles. When they get covered in algae, they'll come into a reef and stop as a kind of a pit stop to get cleaned up. And then when they're wild, they just, once they're clean, off they go back out to their seagrass. Well, here he's there all the time. So we decided to get him to heal up completely, we would have to get him away from the angelfish. So we moved him to the Gulf of Mexico tank next door where there are no angelfish to give him a chance to heal completely. It's been working really well. He's been over there for about 2 months now, and he's healing up very nicely. So the problem is the Gulf of Mexico tank is a great place for Stewie to heal, but it's too small to hold 2 turtles. So we had to bring Oscar from the Gulf of Mexico over to the Secret Reef. And this will be his new permanent home. He's staying here. Stewie will be coming back over and joining him here in the big tank eventually once he gets healed up. But Oscar is here to stay. He's adapting well to his new home. He seems to like it pretty well. He's swimming around, hassling all the fish, he's doing regular sea turtle stuff. So he's doing real well in here. We do get a lot of questions, especially when he's down on the bottom sleeping, because he got hit by a boat when he was very young. And as a part of that, he lost his back flipper, all of his back right flipper and most of his back left flipper. And he's got a few nicks in his shell, and he also got some air trapped in his shell. So especially when he's sleeping, it's noticeable because his head is down on the bottom and his rear end is floating up in the water. And so we get calls all the time that there's a dead turtle in the water. In fact, he's just sleeping. He's just fine. He's about 3 times the size he was when he came here. And yeah, he's gotten big. He gets around just fine with just his front flippers. He can spin and turn on a dime. Stopping he doesn't do real well, and he doesn't have reverse like Stewie does, but he makes up for it by being very agile and quick and flexible. And like we said, he's chasing the sharks around, and he is really a funny turtle.